Today we are going to start a new topic and the name of topic is loading fact and dimension tables. So I have cleaned up our Power BI desktop. I have created a new PBI file named extension functions. I will name it as extension functions. So what you need to do, you just need to go here, save as extension functions. As already I created it, so I'm going back. You can name it even here extension functions. So in the field menu there is no table. You can see here we are going to load few new tables from Excel file. Before starting, just go there and we will read about the go through the table. So it's what we need to do, we just going to retail. If we click on here, retail has three files: customer, transaction, product category information. So it has three worksheets into three different tables. Let's preview the data before starting itself. And its customer table has the information about customer, date of birth, their gender, member are or not, the information about city, state, country, postal code, market, and region. Overall, they are providing the information about address of the customer. And we also have information about the customer ID because customer ID is a unique value. So as we can see here, we have data from different parts of the world like United States, Australia, Germany. We have Brazil, China, France. So we have New Zealand. We have different part of overall world, different states with different cities. And what is the unique? Unique is only customer ID. Now go to the transaction table. Transaction table has, sorry, first what we will do, we will just scroll down further. We just see in detail. It's have a huge data, not huge, but it's not less. But in practically, you will work with more and more data. It's not even that one. So if we are going to transaction table we have for each of the transaction. Well, transaction tables have the details about transaction, their customer ID, transaction date, product category, subcategory, quantity, and rate. It also tells us the information about store type. Store type may be e-shop, teleshop, MBR, and flagship. So it has many types of store type. So if you have uh, this one information, you have customer table. Also, you can see there is a one common information is there, customer ID. Customer ID is common both in customer and transaction table. And transaction table gives information about product subcategory and product category. It's also give information about quantity they purchase and rate, at which rate. So it will I I want to show you, I deliberately want to show you how much rows it's have. You can see it's have more than 23,000 row, and practically it will be more rows if you will work in actually industrial scenario. So furthermore, we can see that customer transaction table is the heart of another table like this one table. Now we will go to the product category information. So what we can see here, and that it also have product category where it's also have product subcategory and product category. So now I don't know what I have done. What, so what it do? Product category and product subcategory also First, I will delete it. By mistake, I said it. So, each product category has few product subcategories like men, women, and kids. Clothing has. Footwear also has few subcategory men's, women's, and kids. Whereas electronics has categories of mobile, computer, personal appliances, and cameras. Bags also have information about men, women, and books also have information about various sub kind of subcategories. So we can see transaction table is common between both customer and product category. So we can say a transaction table is heart of another table. It should have large number of row than any other table. So it's already having large number of row than any other. Transaction table is heart of another table. It should have large number of rows than any other table. This follows the pattern of star schema where we have a central table which is also known as facts table, and this is surrounded by a number of dimension table. In our example, transaction will serve as the fact table and the another two table customer table related to one of the another dimension customer and product. So the other dimension is product category information table, and you will notice that in transaction we have reference to product category and product subcategory in the form of a code, and we have head over to product category information. So we have exact what category and subcategory names corresponds to there, like home. We have already seen here books. Okay, clothing, three subcategory, footwear, few category, electronic, there are few category. So these are categories and these are product subcategory. So all in all, we just have 24 rows here including the header. So now we are familiar with the data set. Now let's switch over to the Power BI and import the content of Excel file so that we can first go to the home menu and import the data from. Now go to the get data and we just want to load the data from Excel workbook, and we just click here. We just go to here extension functions and click on here. In navigator, after hitting open, we will see it's taking few seconds. So in navigator we can select which one worksheet we want to pull in Power BI. Let's look at customer first. So you can see there are few customers which are having customer ID, date of birth, gender, member, city, and state, even country, postal code. So we can see it here. So we can see by a quick glance that we have some null values at postal code here. So let's go and look at the product category information. So as we click here, as we have seen already, it will show the data about product category and subcategory and subtotal. So this is the same data. Now heading over to transaction, it's rather a large fact table. We can see it's having all the columns there, and we can even see all the details about all the columns. So we even see that there is a suggested table for table 1, That is product category information. So we can have this one or this one. It's up to us. So what I am going to do, these both are quite similar. Now we pulled in customer sheet click on, by clicking on customer, on transactions and this suggested table product category information, and I will hit to load to view the customer. So there are few changes which will be there. We can see there will be data is loading in here in fields menu. So it's taking few seconds. Okay guys, so we can see its data is here. To view the content, click on the data view. On by clicking on data view, we can see about the details of customers. We can see about the details about. So just whatever the data you want to see, like product category information have only 23. So you can confirm it. It's have 23 rows. Yes, it's have 23 rows. Finally, we are having to transaction, which is a fact table, and sure enough, it does contain more than 23k rows. So within our transaction table will have a quantity column. So it's having a very much quantity here, and it's having quantity column of a product which was purchased in a specific transaction. Therein, a rate column gives a price of the for quantity of product. Now we don't have total sales amount, which tells us gross revenue generated for each transaction. However, this is very simple and can be calculated by simply multiplying the quantity by rate, by quantity by rate. How? So this is very simple. So what we will do, we will create a new column, and we will head over to the table tools. If you are not there, you should go to the table tools, and by selecting this one table transaction, we should select new column here. You can see it will add a new column. So just make sure that it is transaction table which is currently active. So then new column added to this table, and then let's find exactly what will happen, what is there to display. So what will you have? First, I am going to name it total amount, and transactions, and these one bracket we will use. In this I will put value quantity, and for make note that the syntax we adopted here. Table name followed by column name within square bracket. So when we hit enter, the total amount will be added. So as we hit enter, The total amount column has been populated and now it's tell us the total value of sale represented by each individual transaction. So just look at here. It should be understandable how we are doing it. Table name followed by column name within a square bracket and the operation which we really want to perform. So under the fields menu, you can see here, you can see that total amount shows up under transactions. So that's there is calculated field and that is also be summarized. So now we have to confirm that the total amount has been populated each of the individual row. Now it's time to apply a row column in the visualization. So we will head over to the report view again and first generate a new table. For generating a new table, what we will do, we will click on it, and as we click on it, a placeholder will be there. First, we just take it to this way, so the information will be visible in a good way. Then we decide exactly what column will be displayed in this table. So expand, what we will do, we can improve it to expand the visibility. Then let's just say we just want to see the total sale for each store type. So what I will do, I will simply drag and drop store type here. You can see few values are there, but it's not readable. You can this value you can add in more information. So I will add a second value which is total amount. So now we have two columns table. We get a glimpse into its content, and I'm just going to switch on to the focus mode because I guess it's not visible. So this is exactly what we have. The first column point to distinct values of store type in transaction table, and then when we add in total amount column, we well by default we can see the Power BI can aggregate the content of total amount based on each distinct value of a store type. From this data, it is clear that each shop is the most valuable store type, and it's have 22 million out of 54 million, and other have 10 million values approximately. See, so now we have successfully loaded a new data set into Power BI desktop. However, what is significant is that we have not defined any of the relationship between three tables here. This is something we will get into later on. So guys, you can download the data from description box of this video from the link given. And thank you for watching this video.